The British East India Company was established in 1600 under a royal charter granted by Queen Elizabeth I. Its initial aim was to participate in the lucrative spice trade. Over time, the company established trading posts in major port cities like Surat, Bombay, Mumbai, Madras, Chennai, and Calcutta, Kolkata. These outposts served as commercial hubs and gradually expanded their influence. The company operated in a context dominated by the powerful Mughal Empire, often negotiating with local rulers and playing regional politics to its advantage. Battle of Plassey, 1757. This decisive battle marked the beginning of British political control in India. Led by Robert Clive, the East India Company defeated the Nawab of Bengal and his French allies, establishing company rule in Bengal. Over the next century, the company expanded its control through military conquest and alliances, often exploiting the political fragmentation of India after the decline of the Mughal Empire. Doctrine of lapse. Implemented by Lord Dalhousie, this policy allowed the British to annex any princely state where the ruler died without a direct heir. This policy significantly expanded British territory. 1857-1858, the First War of Independence. The rebellion was sparked by various factors, including widespread resentment against British policies, economic exploitation, and cultural insensitivity, such as the introduction of the Enfield rifle, rumoured to be greased with cow and pig fat. The rebellion began with the mutiny of sepoys, Indian soldiers, in Meerut, and quickly spread to other parts of India. Major centres of the revolt included Delhi, Kanpur, Lucknow, and Jhansi. The British eventually suppressed the rebellion, but it was a brutal and bloody conflict with significant casualties on both sides. Following the rebellion, the British government dissolved the East India Company and took direct control of India, establishing the British Raj. The Act transferred powers to the British Crown, represented in India by a viceroy. British economic policies focused on extracting resources and raw materials from India, leading to the deindustrialization of some sectors and the promotion of cash crops. This often resulted in economic hardship and famines. The British did invest in infrastructure, including railways, telegraphs, and ports, which facilitated administrative control and economic exploitation, but also laid the foundation for modern India's infrastructure. The British introduced Western education, legal systems, and social reforms, such as the abolition of practices like sati, the burning of widows. However, these reforms were often driven by the interests of British administrators and missionaries. Founded in 1885, the Indian National Congress became the principal platform for Indian political aspirations and played a crucial role in the struggle for independence. The INC initially pursued moderate reforms and greater self-governance within the British framework. Over time, more radical elements within the party, such as Bal Gangadhar Tilak, demanded complete independence. Mahatma Gandhi emerged as a key figure in the nationalist movement, advocating for non-violent resistance and civil disobedience. Movements such as the Non-Cooperation Movement, 1920-22, Salt March, 1930, and Quit India Movement, 1942, galvanized mass support against British rule. World War II significantly weakened Britain economically and politically, and Indian leaders intensified their demands for independence. Mounting communal tensions between Hindus and Muslims, partly exacerbated by British policies, led to the demand for a separate Muslim state. In 1947, the British agreed to the partition of India into two independent dominions, India and Pakistan. This partition led to widespread violence and mass migrations. The British colonial period in India left a profound and complex legacy. While the British introduced modern infrastructure, their policies also resulted in economic exploitation and impoverishment for many Indians. British rule brought about significant political and social changes, including the introduction of Western education, legal systems, and reforms. However, these changes often served British interests and led to social dislocation. The struggle against British rule fostered a strong sense of Indian nationalism and unity, ultimately leading to independence in 1947. The colonial period also facilitated cultural exchanges, influencing Indian society, and contributing to a complex post-colonial identity. Understanding this period requires recognizing the multifaceted nature of British rule and its long-lasting impacts on India's political, economic, and social fabric.